Good evening everybody, welcome to the video. It's Jeremy here and I'm here because mainstream doesn't care. We've got the question and answer with Tait tonight, who can come along and answer or ask any question that you like, and Derek's going to be able to answer it for us. But it's already started. Unfortunately I'm a little bit late because I was at Man Up. Those who don't know, I've decided to join up Man Up because of all the good and things that they're doing. The people that I meet in Man Up are people that have changed their life around and are doing incredible things, which is totally awesome. If you don't know, I went to Hastings for a couple of weeks there to volunteer, hung out with the Man Up crew up there as well, who had at one stage it was 250, even had 1,000 people there for the hangi that were looking after and helping restore some of these homes that have been damaged by the floods up there. So that's the sort of thing that Man Up is doing in the background. They didn't get much press for that, but here I am tonight. I'm going to go in here and see what's happening with this question and answer with Derek Tait. I'll turn it around.
I've been a freedom fighter for as long as Man Up's been going. I'm trying to help me be free from addiction, free from mental illness, free from suicide, free from domestic violence. So there's different types of freedom fighting.
Derek, I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but I've got some easy basic questions that I'd like to ask, if you could please. We've got a lot of, what I've got here, what I'd like to say as well, is that we've become a nation of criticisers and overthinkers who focus their, whose focus and attention has become manipulated and controlled by demonic forces, who have put to use the power of social media to direct people's thinking into worthless time-wasting areas that achieve nothing at all but manipulation of the mind to become dormant zombies, spreading their focus and attention in diverse areas that's been known for a long time to reduce personal results, productivity and goal achievement. But I've got some real basic questions that I think will help satisfy some of the criticisers out there. What do you classify yourself as? A minister, preacher, pastor, or all of the above?
A father, a husband, a man, a grandfather, a freedom fighter, a pastor, a brother, and just a downright good dude.
Yeah. Lots of you call you. Yeah. Lots of you call you pastor. Pastor D is the big name, isn't it? So, yeah. Sorry. How long have you been practicing as a minister or a pastor?
20 years.
20 years, yeah. So where did you get your training to become a minister or pastor, or what did you go through to gain the knowledge, experience and the responsibilities to qualify yourself as a pastor?
What started hands-on? So when I say hands-on, serving in the church, helping people in the church, counselling, attending church, meetings, all the basic stuff. But then there comes a time, and again, the questions are for everyone, and fellas keep going back to religion, but for the sake of the question, and that's cool, like I said, I think I said online, whatever the questions are, I'll try to answer you. So I know it was a call and a purpose, and so after 20 plus years of pastoring a church and helping countless amount of people and marriages and children, marrying them, burying them, praying for them, laughing with them, crying with them. Fruit speaks, results speak. So that's our...
Yeah. And your Sunday church service is now being held at a regular location at the Wood End Community Centre. But since I've known you, your locations have bounced around the place with no set place. Have you ever owned your own church building or central hub, or that's been dedicated solely to Destiny Church, or do you ever plan to have your own set location?
So no, we haven't owned our own location. And you're right, Jeremy, the last couple of years especially, we've bounced around from place to place, sometimes having service outside because the keeping cancelled and people won't let us book or hire venues. Do we plan on having our own building one day? Absolutely. Yeah. I want that, especially for my grandkids. So when it's their time, they've got a place of abode. Yeah.
All right. And there was recent pictures on the internet of a big holiday to Nelson, a fishing trip. Can you explain can you explain how your lifestyle is funded? Is it from tithing or other investments, or where do you gain your income from?
I used to, I'll answer that question, but I'll come a little bit in. I used to work at a place called Lockwood's, right? So I've worked all my life. I've never been, for lack of a better word, a bum. I've always worked, right? So I worked at a place called Lockwood's, and we never, ever asked each other how much we earned and what was your pay rate. It was a silent code of conduct and ethics. But it seems if you're a Destiny Church pastor, everybody wants to know your money business. Yeah. So I work. I've been pastoring all my life. I get paid as a pastor. You know, I've done personal training. I've done bouncing, security. When my wife and I were younger, I had 3 jobs. Where I had a young family and a mortgage. My wife has worked other jobs outside of pastoring and doing our admin and all that sort of thing. So as for financing my fishing trip, yeah, that's been working hard. People have asked me that about my Harley Davidson. Church didn't buy me my Harley Davidson. Took me all those years to work hard and save, and finally get to my middle age where I could actually afford a Harley. And I was a little bit wiser, because if I got one when I was younger, I would probably kill myself. So if you want to know about the Harley.
Yep. These are a lot of the questions that have come to me from people after I put up a post today about this session. But look, have you ever been a director of Whānei Oro Community Clinic? I think it's, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's Hewakatapu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a medical centre.
Yeah, medical centre.
You've got listeners on there?
Yeah.
Cool. It's a medical centre, and yeah, I was a director on a medical centre. My wife was the manager of a medical centre.
This was a long time ago, eh? So now, well,
A few years ago now, but what I'm saying, it's a medical centre.
yeah.
Yeah. So I know the spirit behind these questions.
A lot of people. There's been a bit of information or something going around, I guess, at the moment, misinformation, or people that are just getting things that they can, anything that they can possibly poke their blooming tongue at, I guess. But there's also a guy named George Nagati, who's the director of that. Yeah, sorry? Natua, George Natua, okay. The director of the Hewakatapu.
That one there, Jeremy?
Yeah.
They can ask George.
Yeah, all right. No worries. There's people been spreading information about you. The Tamaki and the Destiny Church has been controlled opposition. What do you mean? What does it mean by controlled opposition?
Someone explain to me what controlled opposition is.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. Until we had the mic.
Someone pretends to be on your side to make you look bad.
Yeah, okay, cool. So when we first started doing what we were doing, right, I worked with the police. And what I mean by that is, they wanted to know if it was going to be peaceful, orderly, safe. And I played the game. You know why? Because I didn't want anyone getting arrested, and I didn't want to get arrested. And I wanted peaceful, orderly, and safe. So for 27 marches, stands, protests, we kept it peaceful, orderly, safe. So as for your definition, no, I'm not that.
There is also rumours of association with the Illuminati or the Freemasons and other such names as well. So what is the Illuminati? What's the Freemasons? What does it? How was Destiny Church or Derek Tait involved with those guys?
We're not. Short answer. And I've never heard the word Freemason or Illuminati so much in my life until we started standing up for our country and marching. I never gave that stuff any thought. I mean, it might be coming up on your questions, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Is that an Illuminati sign? Is that a Freemason sign?
I don't know. What are these?
Oh, it's over my eye? Yeah. Oh, okay. You guys know anything about basketball? You heard of the Golden State Warriors? Every time they score, they do this. They're not Freemasons. And they'll do this. They're not Freemasons. So,
Some of them are, so they have
could be Freemasons in here, I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not. Never been interested in Freemasons, never been interested in the
We're all the
law.
singers and the actors and the all come. Well, we're not all 90%.
There's also different hand signals and things like that have come up, like you just mentioned, to do with that. Yeah, that is the classic one for the Man Up group. What's that all about?
You guys ever been to Hawaii? I'll tell you the story of that in Hawaii. There was a worker on the plantation. He got his 3 fingers here cut off while working, right? And then after that, he used to wave to people like that. And that's how they hang loose. When I was younger, we used to use that sign all the time. Hang loose. Hang loose.
Hang loose. Yeah.
Also, a lot of us are pig hunters. That's ball tusks. But this is how ridiculous it gets, people. And then people believe it. The other night we were here, we had a man up here. I did a Vulcan sign. When I watched Star Trek, right? One of my favourite programs growing up, right? Mr. Spock, he was a man. So I did the Vulcan sign, and I said to my wife, I'm waiting for someone to say, what's that sign? Sure enough, someone said, what's that sign? And I said, that's the Vulcan sign, and it actually means live long and prosper. And I said this, right? Oh no, Mr. Spock is a prosperity preacher.
Can you explain why someone who doesn't get 10% of their income is cursed?
No, not here. This ain't the place. That's another religious question, brother. So we need try and leave all the religious stuff out.
All right.
You want to know about that stuff, you come to church.
Derek,
Yes, sir.
you've answered a lot of my questions there, so I just wanted to shake your hand. There's Derek. Hang on. Get it properly there, nice and firm handshake. Thank you, Derek, for answering my questions.
Well, it's no question, I'm just sort of trying to inform people.
I got a question. During the time of the protesting, you brought lots of people to shopping malls, and you got trespassed from just about every single shopping mall in Christchurch. At the time, the business owners probably didn't see the sense of you bringing lots of, there would have been about 200 people or so bringing business into there. But what's happened with these trespass notices now? Are you allowed to go back into shopping malls, or what's happened?
No, 2 years. So from the time I first got them, 2 years later. So I can get a $1,000 fine.
Yeah, so you can't go to the shopping malls at the moment for 2 years. Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah.
And we choose not to.
Part of our man up thing is to open up, not harden up. So the father figure, the man figure, the husband, that's where all the issues and the problems start in general. That doesn't mean ladies can do it, but generally speaking, that's where the problem is. So for me, when you think about freedom fighting and the freedom movement, for me it starts at home. And again, I guess this is why people call me mean, and not kind, and not loving. Please don't talk to me about anything if you ain't got your own backyard in order. If your house is not in order, I'm sorry, I don't care where you are.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the right place to ask the question, but I just wondered if you would know, did or did not a close associate of Brian's, Tamaki's, make a huge profit from his vaccine centre, bus kids from his church to his vaccine centre, and is now overseas with Brian Tamaki at the moment? Are those things true or not true?
Those are things you have to talk to them about.
Oh, okay, thank you. No,
Because you're asking me stuff that the mainstream media has told you.
not the mainstream media, no, an independent journalist.
That's an independent journalist.
Not
Media.
yeah.
13 years of this in the church, I completely always undoubtedly credit them for me being able to understand who I am as a man and understanding the importance of having mana as a man. I've heard that other churches, and I know for myself, when I started going to other churches, I
lot of us that need a man up. Sure. Don't look for a purpose, look for church. If you find it, don't join it, you reckon.
Who do you think's going to win? It's on live. I thought you up on what you said before about you were denigrating all the standard symbolism making up the word of will.
What's it saying?
All those people you're saying, oh, that's what we did back home. Sure. Are you saying, are you carrying on saying to me now that all those standard symbolism you don't believe?
I don't even know too much about it.
Yeah,
You know, what's that?
well, that's your argument.
What's that? Symbol?
All those,
What? The average Joe Blog uses that. Yeah, the average Joe Blog uses that. The average Joe Blog uses that. The average Joe Blog uses that. I don't know what other satanic, because somebody giving me the birdie, the middle finger, that's a little bit satanic.
I do it all the time.
I guess the point is that when you do your hand signals, they're not what
Yeah, I'm not satanic.
No, so you were saying they do it all the time, even before I.
Yeah.
That's a running joke, isn't it? Isn't it? No gang signs. Every time we do a man up photo, it's like no gang signs, so we need them.
yes.
The people who come on to the Man Up pages who aren't part of the Man Up and want to run Derek and want to run the church down, want to run us down, we put them up there so that they'll get something to feed them. We entertain them. We should be doing entertaining us because we know the truth. So that, don't read too much into those songs.
Well, you know, if say, something Philip, if his hang up is that, and there are men who have overcome suicide, addiction, violence, all that, then there's something wrong with that picture. Why are you hung up on that? I mean, maybe the next man up will say to the boys, no hand signals. And then people will go, oh, look, they're not doing hand signals, what's going on?
Just a quick one on the hand signals, but I mean, it's just my opinion on how it goes. We all know this has been in surfing through the day. There's also a gang uses it. This has always been, to me, it's always been rock and roll. And the girl who wants it, we
Yes,
just,
yes.
exactly. And everyone's throwing up the horns, you know, and there's a gang that uses it. It's just one of those things, you've got 5 fingers on your hands. So there's only so many.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know doubt that the Illuminati and people, whatever, use hand signals, but
Yeah. I think since the Freedom and Rights Coalition popped up, and down here in Christchurch you were leading it, and it was a lot of Destiny Church Association leading it around the country. People think that Destiny Church all of a sudden took over the scene, but do you mind just talking a little bit about the history of your involvement as far as opposing law changes and what the government is doing over the years?
Yeah, my involvement has been full on from day one. My involvement has been more on the ground than on social media. My involvement has got me pats on the back and Tait. So I've been a part of it and been opposed to what this government is doing and continues to do from day one. Is that what you mean, Mike?
Yeah, I think it was prior to the whole COVID situation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've been against we stood in Parliament in 2004. So, you know, people say to me, oh, you're only new to the scene. Well, hello, 2004. I was marching in Parliament, not new to the scene. I've been a freedom fighter for as long as Man Up Speaker. I'm trying to help men be free from addiction, free from mental illness, free from suicide, free from domestic violence. So there's different types of freedom fighting.
Well, it could be a new high.
Flack's my middle name, right?
What does that ring on your finger represent?
That represents Man Up, Hewakatapu. So Hewakatapu is Holy Nation. Two tangata means to stand up, and that's a cross.
Cool. And there's still a little bit of confusion about your involvement with that medical clinic, whatever it was. Yeah. So, what was your role there? When were you employed there?
When was I employed there? I was on the board for medical centre.
Yeah.
I don't see what the confusion is.
No, people are just asking the question. Yeah.
They just left us scumbo.
So you're on the board there. You worked there a while ago. That's the answer.
So worked on the board for a medical centre. Bit of extra cash, but
Yeah.
Do you think that feminism has been used as a lie to women to sell them perceived rights, but to actually destroy them?
I think there's a bit of that. But I'm lucky enough, blessed enough to be around strong women.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so it exploits them and objectifies them and justifies things like prostitution and porn and things like that, and destroys the family unit.
Well, there's a lot of male in the pool, so yeah.
No, awesome.
Yes.
So, the t-shirt you're wearing, I love it. Can we get some? Are they available or is it one-off?
Can we? I'm open. You'd have to see my wife here. Yeah. Bravery over what? Slavery.
I love it.
See what's underneath. Yes, sir.
You've already spoken about the election, but what else do you think we as a community of people who value freedom should be focusing on in the very near future?
I think your own family, your own backyard. I think strengthening your marriage, your kids, your grandkids. I think all men in freedom should be working.
Do you think
How come you don't let people speak? I have. There have been different people that have spoken over time. I've asked other people to speak and they've pulled out at the last minute, which leaves us hanging. Do you remember that march that Stan we were on and I got that young boy to stand up and speak? Do you remember the young boy? We courageously stood up to speak. So we had teachers, had nurses, had doctors and whatever. So, but let me say this. I refuse to make it an open mic. You want a mess? Have an open mic. And then what will happen is the media will get a hold of the worst speaker and quote them. Ah, look, Destiny Church. Ah, look, Freedom and Rights Coalition. Ah, look, Tait. So I've said to people, if you're coming to the Marchers Stands protest with the motive to speak, you're coming with the wrong heart.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree. I've seen it go to custard too.
Yeah. One guy demanded of me, swore at me, yelled at me to speak. And I said to him this and this, and again, this is probably why I get in trouble and people think I'm mean. I said, you see all those guys there? They're here early before everyone else. They set up, they pick up rubbish, they pack down, they pick up rubbish, and not one of them has asked for the mic. How about you help him, brother? He didn't want to do that. He wasn't humble enough to pick up rubbish, and they wanted the mic.
That's the ego.
See, this is my granddaughter. She's a big reason I'm doing what I'm doing. She's a big reason why people are calling me names and hating. All off a duck's back. But I said to my wife, I do draw the line though when they mention my grandkids. And people have. Yes. And if I find them, then I ain't going to be responsible for it. Cool. Good.
Is there a particular MP in Parliament at the moment that you'd have running the country?
No.
If you had to pick one that you would think is your favourite, if you had to pick one, is there one?
I want them all out. I stood in Wellington, one of our protest marches, and I spoke, because I wouldn't let Brian Tamaki in, so I spoke. And I said it back then, and I said it all along, they all got to go. A whole lot of them. And they're career politicians, they flip-flop, our country just so easily gets hoodwinked. And they tell you what you want to hear until October, and it all changes. So that's our fault. That's like with the media. I've always said that I don't know who's worse, the media or people who believe the media. So when I get freedom fighters quoting media to me about me and Brian and this to the church, I'm like, you're kidding me. You told me you didn't believe the media, but now you believe the media about us. It's pretty selective, I think.
How do you notify your business?
So we got the
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. He answered a lot of those questions quite well. I had a list of them together. I'm going out the front here, but it's a little bit dark. I've had a list of those questions there that I got from a few people that have been watching some of my posts and that. And there's also that website, the Facebook page out there now as well, which is blocked by Derek Tait or whatever it's called, where people are a bit upset with him. But look, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Again, you can see that I'm in my Man Up gear tonight. It's because I ended up joining the Man Up group. Their motto is we're raising fathers to save children. I went and met up with a whole heap of them when I went up to Hastings as a volunteer. And the people that I'm meeting in Man Up are the men, the future leaders of the nation, people that have decided that they want to change their lives, make their lives better, and they're actually out there doing something about it. Which is, and some of these guys that I've met in the Man Up group are just totally awesome leaders that are actually doing it. They've taken themselves off drugs, they've taken themselves off alcohol, they've changed their life around, and a lot of them have even got their own businesses and that sort of thing now as well, which is totally awesome. But look, I'm going to sign off for now. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and remember that Kiwis are strong warriors, and we're not going to stop until we get what we want. Thanks for watching.